Intuitive Thoughts for March 4th, 2026. I just made an entire video and it didn't record. And yesterday I made a video that when I went to bed last night, it had less than 1,000 views. Gotta love this app. It's been very icky. I have a lot for you. I actually was almost going to make a third video last night, but I didn't dare because it wasn't going to be worth it since nobody was seeing any of the videos. Are out there a lot of other content creators are complaining about the same thing, wondering if they're shadow banned. And these are some of the more entertaining creators, more informational creators. I don't know what was going on. I kept seeing the same people, their videos over and over and over again, old zombie videos. And but my video that I had made, this part 2 that I did yesterday, nobody saw it. Nobody saw it. Well, okay, I think maybe 1,000 people now saw it. Anyway, let's get into it. There's going to be something to do with cruise ships. 3 in a row. The third ship, the one on the farthest on the right, it has something where it's trying to get something to the one on the left. Tried going through the center one. I saw it being a dangerous thing. It felt uncomfortable, like almost like you're trying to shoot a harpoon through the second ship to get to the first ship. And then it repositioned itself and docked at a different dock. I don't really know what that's going to end up being. I do want to give full disclosure though. Anything that I give you with a cruise ship this week, it could be me because I just paid for my beverage package for the cruise that I'm going on. And don't judge me, but I got to save that $10 because Royal Caribbean is now going to charge you for those cups. Oh boy, $10. Let's book it now. Anyway. I amuse myself. I saw that it's going to have to do with 3 cruise ships in a row. One of them ends up redocking, and there's something to do with the third one trying to talk to the first one, or get to the first one. I don't know. There's going to be something that has to do with a vehicle that should be manned by people, that should have people on it, and it's being controlled remotely. But the people who are controlling it remotely lose track of it, and they can't find it. And in the meantime, we all know it's going to crash because it's not being watched. Nobody knows where it is. They lose track of it. I saw that. It should have had people on it. It didn't. So it's like a dummy thing. But it was going in traffic with a lot of other things. And when they lost sight of it, just trying to find out where the crash happened. I saw that. I also saw that there's something, we are in a country that we don't belong in, that we kind of went in sneakily. They have something about that country has very ornate beading. I think that's going to be how we figure out who it is, but very, very beautiful clothing with lots of beadwork and pillows with beadwork and bright colors. But when found out, we were embraced and treated kindly. And so that's important, that matters. But the premise of it was we were hiding and trying to keep under the radar so that nobody would know we were there. And when we are caught and found out, we were welcomed with open arms. I saw that. I also saw something to do with getting supplies, emergency supplies. It was the things that I came out with were really weird. I don't know why. I'm not sure what it means, but it was a quart of milk, a pint of milk, or half gallon, might be a half gallon of milk. No, it wasn't a half gallon. It was smaller than that. Anyways, it was milk, but it wasn't a full gallon. It was a big wheel of cheese. And it was a Swiss cheese, so I don't know if that's going to matter, but it was a huge wheel of cheese. I'm like, and I was coming out of a Home Depot, which was like, I went in there for supplies, emergency supplies, and came out with milk, cheese, paper, and a hammer. I don't know what that's all going to mean. It's random, but it's very vivid. The details always matter. Everything always matters. I say that all the time. So I saw that. And I was going in looking for emergency supplies. Oh, and rope. I saw rope too. That was another thing. So put that out there. I also think that there's going to be some kind of burglary from a casino. What I saw was I was hiding from people trying to get from room to room, sneak into rooms that nobody would know I was in. I was taking something from a casino. I was taking money and valuables trying to get out of this building. And I was having trouble trying to get out of the building without being seen because of all the security and all the cameras and all of everything. Something that I was carrying in my hands, and I was carrying them the whole time that I was trying to get out. And I looked down and realized that it was a pair of stiletto heels, and the heels were made out of metal. I don't know, and they were torn up. When I saw them, they were torn up. So I thought in my head, oh, I must have been running away from something and wore them down. But they were made out of metal, and they were sharp and pointed. I don't know what that's going to mean. I know it's really weird and random, but my dreams are never that random. So that was part of a dream last night. So that was part of the dream last night. A couple of these things were stuff that I saw yesterday that had nothing to do with dreaming, because I was sorting beads. I was doing mundane things, and these things were coming in. But yeah, that's what I got for you. Have fun with that.